Hey, this is Rachel Bolan, and I am on Talking About Rock.
Okay, after 4 decades as the driving force behind Skid Row, today's guest steps forward with his first ever solo album, Gargoyle of the Garden State. Let's welcome back Rachel Bolan to the show. Rachel, how are you, man?
Hey, dude, how's it going, man?
Good, great. Yeah, great to speak to you again. We chatted a while back. We last chatted when you guys were just getting ready to release The Gang's All Here. We know a lot has gone on since then, and we'll get to some of that. But let's dig into the solo album here. What's going on with Gargoyle of the Garden State? Quite a departure from the Skid Row vein, for sure.
Yeah, I wrote these songs on my own, with the exception of two songs I wrote with two friends, and it's just me. This is me in song, and I played a lot of the stuff on the record and wrote a lot of the stuff by myself, and it was just all my influences, and that's it. Everything that influenced me or inspired me to write a song is on this record.
Yeah, definitely can hear that obviously in the tracks right away, right? Anything But You, punk and glam influences on here. Was that kind of deliberate? Because I also read that some of these were some older tracks you had.
Yeah, a few of the songs were older, and that was the catalyst of this whole thing with the conversation with Nick Raskulinix, and nothing was done deliberately. This is all very honest and very raw. That's kind of why I wanted to play guitar, because I'm not the best guitar player. Am I a decent guitar player? Sure. Did I play all the right notes? I'm not going to guarantee that, but it's me, and that's the way I wanted the record to be.
Yeah, very great. You get that raw feeling for sure. And you got some great guests on here. Obviously, your Skid Row bandmates you got on here, Dave, Scotty, and Rob, plus some appearances by some other great folks. You got Corey Taylor on here, Nino Betancourt on here, as well as Danko Jones. Some great stuff.
Yeah, it was fun, and Damon Johnson and Steve Conti. It was really fun. Everyone that contributed to this record, from producer down to the co-writes to the musicians, they're all friends of mine, and I wanted to take this monumental moment and make great memories, and make it even more monumental. So what do? You call your buds and you say, hey, you want to do this? And I have great friends. They all said yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that kind of leads to my next question here. So obviously the latest single, Memory, tell us a little bit about that, if you could, a little background.
So, all right. So the solo was played by Damon Johnson, who from Brother Kane and Lynyrd Skynyrd, and he played in Thin Lizzy for a while, and Alice Cooper. He's an old friend. We've seen very high highs and very low lows, and we've been there for each other through all of them. And that song was one of the songs that I wrote a while ago, and it was watching a friend go through something and me just trying to be there for that friend. And when stuff makes a deep impression on me, I tend to write about it. That's my form of expression, and that's what that song is about.
Yeah, I think that makes the best song, right? So sincere, heartfelt, emotional connection. That's what drives a great song, for sure.
I agree.
Yep. So let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk a little about what on all the Skid Row fans worldwide. So the search for the new Skid Row singer. You guys launched a worldwide open audition for a new vocalist. What I was reading, you required them to do 18 in Life and Monkey Business for their submissions. So where are we at in that process? How is that going?
Yeah, we did this campaign in conjunction with Sweetwater Music, and we've watched close to 400 now at this point, different video submissions. And there's a lot of really talented people out there. Some are, are great, but they don't fit what we're looking for. We're at a point. What we've been doing is listen to a bunch or watch a bunch, grab the ones that we think would fit our music the best, get them in New Jersey, get them in a room and rehearse with them, give them more songs to learn, and get in a room and rehearse with them and see how it goes. We've done that 2 or 3 times already, and we're about to do that again to see what happens. We we have the luxury of time. We don't have a tour booked. We're not in the middle of making a record. We don't have to make a snap decisions like we tended to do in the past. We have time, and we made that promise to each other. Now that we have time, let's make use of it and really turn over every stone, so to speak, to see who's out there.
Yeah, because I know, like you're saying, you guys didn't have time for some of the last shows. That you got Lizzie Hale on there for you to do some stuff, and she was fantastic. So
amazing.
Can you kind of give us a number, maybe where the list is at right now? Have you guys started to narrow it down? You got 150. Are you starting to knock it down a little bit at this point?
No, well, the only way I could say is we're knocking the list down is that we know we're going into a phase of another 4 or 5 guys. We don't have any favorites yet. We don't have anything that we're going to make a decision on.
Right. So it's still wide open, and you're looking for more than just the ability to sing these songs straight. You're looking for a look and a style, I think, that fits in with you guys. I think that's almost as important, right, as the singing, right?
Yeah, we want to get someone that sings great, that knows what it takes to go on the road and be away from home for long periods of time, because things have changed a lot, and people just want to stay home. And so we're a touring band, and we like to stay busy, so we just need that commitment for things like that, and we need someone that could sing great and someone that is a good hang.
Yeah, definitely very important. Any thoughts around maybe doing some one-off shows with some of your solo work here, doing some small club shows or anything like that? Has that kind of been thrown around at all, or?
Yeah. I've been asked. I've been contacted by a few promoters as well to come in and do shows. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to see what happens after the record. That's the objective, though. Write songs, record songs, play songs. So I would love to get out and play this stuff. So I want to say yes, but we don't have anything committed yet.
I totally understand. Well, very cool. I love the new album, man. So the album Gargoyle of the Garden State is out on June 12th, and it'll be available as CD Digipack, LP Gatefold, as well as digital download. And you folks out there, you can find the link to that on our website, and you can check out the link to the latest single, Memory, in our Hall of videos at talkingboutrock.com. All right. So that wraps up this episode. Thanks to my guest today, Rachel Bolan, and to our listeners. We hope you're doing your part by keeping the torch alive and supporting live music wherever you are. Rachel, again, man, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rob.